All right, folks, let's dive into a big question that's been on everyone's mind lately. Who should the Golden State Warriors pick in the upcoming draft? Now, the Warriors only have one draft pick this year, a second-round pick that came from Miami in the Jimmy Butler trade. They don't have a first-round pick in 2025, so this second-rounder is it for now. Given that, it's crucial to figure out what the team truly needs and who could make the biggest impact right away or develop into something special over time. Are they looking for a sharpshooter to stretch the floor? Maybe a reliable backup? Point guard to relieve Steph Curry when he rests? Or perhaps a big body in the front court, someone who can handle the tough physical play inside, protect the rim, and grab rebounds? The Warriors roster has had some notable gaps lately, especially in terms of size and interior toughness, so this pick could be key. Let's start by setting the scene. We know from ESPN's latest draft projections where the Warriors are expected to select. And based on that, there's a clear frontrunner, Hansen Yang, a young center from China. At just 19 years old, Yang has already shown some impressive numbers in the Chinese Basketball Association. He's been averaging around 16 points and pulling down 8 rebounds a game over 2 seasons, which isn't a small feat. Considering the level of competition there, defensively, he's averaging close to 3 blocks per game, and what stands out the most is his passing ability. 3.5 assists per game for a big man is quite notable. When you break it down, his skill set fits a very specific mold, one that the Warriors could desperately use. The Warriors have struggled to find a true presence inside ever since losing Draymond Green's defensive dominance on the paint, and players like Steven Adams, who really bullied Golden State in the playoffs while playing for Houston, have exploited this vulnerability. Adams' ability to impose himself in the paint was a major problem for the Warriors, and Draymond, despite his grit and leadership, can only do so much. Now, add to that the reality that Kevin Looney is a free agent this offseason, and it's likely the Warriors will lose him. Looney's 10 years of service to the team are commendable, but the front court definitely needs fresh legs and a different type of presence. Someone who can bang inside and hold their own physically. That's where Yang's profile comes in. We've already seen the Warriors draft Quinton Post, a big man with some stretch capabilities, someone who plays more of a stretch 4 or 5 role. Post can shoot from the perimeter, but when it comes to pounding inside and winning those battles down low, he's not exactly built for it. Yang, on the other hand, brings size, strength, and a solid physical frame. He's listed at 7 foot 2 inches, around 250 pounds, with a standing reach of 93 inches. Those are the kinds of measurements that allow a player to make a real impact in the paint. More importantly, Yang's feel for the game is evident in his passing and court vision, which is a rare skill for someone his size. Watching the film of Yang, you notice how comfortable he is operating in the post, making quick decisions and setting up teammates with precision passes. Imagine him running pick and roll actions with Steph Curry. The way Yang sees the floor and makes those bounce passes is exactly the kind of playmaking that could open up Golden State's offense. This isn't just raw power, it's a big man with finesse and a high basketball IQ. He can hit the occasional three-pointer too, showing glimpses of a developing outside shot, which aligns well with the Warriors' style of spacing the floor. The NBA Combine, Yang showed his passing chops against other draft hopefuls, delivering perfect bounce passes and making plays look effortless. When it comes to finishing inside, he has some room to improve. He missed a few good opportunities at the rim, and that's something the Warriors coaching staff could work on with him. But considering he's still just 19, with plenty of time to develop, his potential upside is significant. One question that comes up is whether Yang would start his career in the G League or jump straight onto the NBA roster. We've seen that happen with Quinton Post, who spent time developing in the G League before becoming a regular rotation player by the end of the season. Though he struggled in the playoffs under the bright lights, Yang's path could be similar, or maybe he has the maturity and skill to contribute right away. It's something Warriors fans will be watching closely. Statistically, Yang is impressive, playing over 50 games and logging 33 minutes per game in the Chinese league, which many consider among the top 5 leagues worldwide, shows he can handle significant minutes and contribute consistently. His shooting percentages could improve, but his ability to average a double-double with 16 points and 11 rebounds, plus his playmaking from the post, make him a tantalizing prospect. Physically, Yang is still growing at 72 inches. Tall, weighing around 252 pounds, with that long reach, there's a real chance he could add even more size and muscle in the NBA's training facilities. The Warriors' strength and conditioning staff could help him build the kind of body that can withstand the physicality of the league, while his skill set offers versatility that teams covet. Of course, Warriors fans want a three-point shooter, someone who can instantly space the floor. Finding that in the draft is tough, especially at the center position, and this year's draft class doesn't have many surefire shooters at that size. Yang may not be that player immediately, but his other attributes, defensive presence, rebounding, passing, make him a valuable asset, especially for a team looking to balance winning now with building for the future. The Warriors roster also includes young talents like Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Payton, Moses Moody, and Trey Jackson-Davis. Integrating a player like Yang into that mix could create a front court rotation that blends youth, skill, and toughness. Each player brings different strengths, and the addition of Yang might address some of the gaps that have been exposed in recent playoff runs. Now, ultimately, the question remains, should the Warriors prioritize immediate impact or potential upside? Yang seems to offer a bit of both. He's raw, young, and has some polish in his game that makes him NBA ready in many ways. His combination of size, skill, and vision is a rare find. And if the Warriors' development system can help him refine his shooting and physicality, he could be a cornerstone for the team's future frontcourt. As the draft approaches, keep an eye on the Warriors' moves. There might be surprise trades or new workouts that change the outlook. But for now, Hanson Young stands out as a compelling choice, a player who can fill a glaring need for the Warriors and add new dimensions to their style of play. Digging deeper into Hanson Young's potential impact on the Warriors, it's important to consider how his game could evolve within Golden State's system. The Warriors have long been known for their fast-paced, perimeter-oriented offense, but that doesn't mean they can afford to neglect the paint. In fact, having a versatile big man who can protect the rim, grab rebounds, and initiate offense from the post or the high pick and roll is crucial to balancing their attack and keeping defenses honest. Yang's passing ability stands out as a particularly rare trait for a player his size, and that fits perfectly with Golden State's style, where ball movement and finding the open man are central to their success. One of the biggest challenges Yang will face is adjusting to the speed and physicality of the NBA. The Chinese league is competitive, no doubt, but the NBA is another level entirely, especially for a young center still growing into his frame. He'll be going up against seasoned veterans, elite athletes, and physical defenders night after night. This could slow his progress initially, but it's also an opportunity for him to develop resilience and toughness. The Warriors coaching staff has a track record of nurturing young talent and helping them find their roles within the team. So Yang will have the right environment to grow. Defensively, the Warriors have been searching for a true rim protector ever since Draymond Green's defensive ceiling became more about versatility than sheer paint presence. Yang's shot blocking numbers in China suggest he has the instincts to challenge shots and deter opponents from driving into the lane. While he might be a bit slow-footed compared to some NBA centers, that's a trait that can be honed over. Time with strength training and defensive coaching, plus his length and timing, can compensate for some of the mobility issues that come with adjusting to the NBA's pace. Offensively, his ability to hit a three-pointer, even if inconsistently, is promising. The Warriors love big men who can stretch the floor and open lanes for shooters like Curry and Thompson. If Yang can develop a reliable outside shot, even at a modest level, he becomes incredibly valuable. It forces defenses to make tough choices. They collapse inside and risk open threes or guard him closely on the perimeter. This kind of versatility is something the Warriors have prioritized in recent drafts, and Yang's passing vision complements it perfectly. Another factor that should not be overlooked is Yang's youth and willingness to learn. Reports indicate he's training in Los Angeles ahead of the draft, which shows a commitment to adapting to the American game and culture. Being in the States will give him exposure to NBA-level coaching and facilities before even stepping onto a Warriors court. That preparation could accelerate his transition and help him avoid the common pitfalls international players sometimes face, such as adjusting to the speed of play or understanding NBA defensive schemes. The Warriors' decision to draft Yang would also align with their broader strategy of balancing experienced stars with a young core that can grow together. The team is still centered around Steph Curry and KLAY Thompson, who are both elite shooters, but they need young players who can contribute defensively and bring energy off the bench. Players like Kuminga and Moody have shown flashes of potential but are still developing their games. Adding Yang would provide a different skill set, bigger, more physical, and with the ability to run the floor and make plays from the post. There's also the question of durability and longevity. Yang's frame is still filling out, and with professional strength and conditioning programs, he could build a body capable of handling the rigorous NBA schedule. Staying healthy will be key if he's going to carve out a consistent role. The Warriors have dealt with injuries to key big men before, and having a reliable backup or rotation player who can step in without a significant drop-off is invaluable over an 82-game season and deep playoff runs. Looking ahead, if Yang develops as expected, he could become more than just a role player. His combination of size, skill, and basketball IQ offers the potential to be a starter and a foundational piece for the Warriors' frontcourt in the years to come. While immediate contributions might be modest as he adjusts to the league, the long-term upside is what makes this pick so intriguing. It's a classic Warriors move, targeting players who fit their system and culture, even if it means being patient with their development. On the other hand, some might argue the Warriors need a more polished shooter or a quicker guard to bolster their backcourt depth, especially as the NBA evolves and teams rely more heavily on perimeter scoring. That's a valid point. But finding a perfect three-point specialist or a floor general in the second round is a gamble. Yang's profile, with his multifaceted skill set, offers more versatility and upside, especially given the team's current roster composition. Ultimately, the draft is always a mix of potential, fit, and timing. The Warriors have an opportunity to address a clear need with this pick, adding size and defensive presence that could pay dividends immediately or develop into something even greater. Hanson Yang's unique skill set, his youth, and his commitment to adapting to the NBA style make him a candidate worth watching closely as the draft approaches. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. Transitioning from international leagues to the NBA is notoriously difficult, and many promising prospects struggle to find their footing. But with the right coaching, work ethic, and patience, Yang could become an integral piece of the Warriors' puzzle, helping them remain competitive while the team navigates the challenges of balancing veterans and rising stars. As the draft gets closer, Warriors fans will be analyzing every workout, interview, and rumor. But from what we can see now, Hanson Yang brings a compelling blend of size, skill, and potential that fits well with Golden State's needs and style. It's a choice that reflects both a strategic vision for the future and a practical approach to immediate roster concerns. The next few weeks will be crucial, and it will be fascinating to see how the Warriors manage this pick and whether they make any moves to complement Yang's skill set. The draft is just one piece of the puzzle, but for a team aiming to stay competitive in a tough Western Conference, every addition matters. Yang might just be the key to unlocking a new chapter for Golden State's frontcourt and bringing back some of the toughness and playmaking the team has missed in recent postseasons. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NBA, rumors are swirling that KLAY Thompson is making an unexpected return to the Golden State Warriors. Sources close to the situation hint at a trade deal in the works that could reunite one of the league's most lethal shooters with the franchise where he made his name. If true, this potential blockbuster would not only reshape the Warriors roster, but also ignite speculation about their title aspirations for the coming seasons. KLAY Thompson's tenure with the Warriors has been marked by incredible highs, from multiple championships to some of the most iconic moments in recent NBA history. His sharp shooting, defensive prowess, and unshakable calm under pressure have made him a fan favorite and a critical piece in Golden State's dynasty. However, recent years have seen Thompson battle through injuries and a period away from the spotlight, leading many to wonder if his next chapter would be somewhere other than the Bay Area. The idea of Thompson's return emerges amid a flurry of trade talks and strategic moves by the Warriors front office, who appear eager to bolster their lineup. While the exact details of a trade remain under wraps, insiders suggest it involves a surprising exchange that could alter the balance of power within the Western Conference. The potential reunion could restore the Warriors' famed splash. Brothers backcourt, pairing Thompson once again with Stephen Curry and reigniting the dynamic that terrorized defenses and thrilled fans across the league. This rumor has naturally set the NBA community ablaze. Fans are divided between excitement over the possibility of Thompson's resurgence in a familiar setting and skepticism about whether he can return to his peak form after the setbacks he has endured. Analysts are already debating how this move might impact Golden State's salary cap flexibility, team chemistry, and long-term plans, especially with rising stars and emerging talents in the mix. The Warriors management has remained tight-lipped, neither confirming nor denying the trade. Chatter, adding fuel to the speculation. If the deal goes through, it could mark a defining moment in this NBA offseason, signaling that the Warriors are not content to merely rebuild, but are aiming to reassert themselves as championship contenders. KLAY Thompson's potential return is more than just a player movement. It's a story of redemption, nostalgia, and a relentless pursuit of greatness. As the rumor mill continues to churn, fans and pundits alike will be watching closely to see if this surprising twist becomes reality. One thing is certain, if KLAY Thompson does don the Warriors colors once again, the NBA landscape will never be the same. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.